Good morning. It is Jessica Gordon. I am thrilled to be here with you this morning. It is Tuesday morning, and I am actually working on multiple different things. But at this moment, I'm focusing on applying for a federal entity for my husband and I's business. And so we are owners of an electrical contracting business. And so I am working on getting this work done. Yeah, we are going to be doing having some trade contracts with some people. And so we are excited. And so, yes, I am filling out some paperwork. I just wanted to jump on live because I'm being more present on social media, and I want to make sure that you are getting to know me better and you know who I am and what I'm all about. So, the name of my channel is Just Do It. I'm very much all about Just Do It. So I am Jessica, and then of course everybody knows Nike's slogan of Just Do It. And so my husband and I just played on those words of Just Do It. But I think it's so important to try things. So a little story time. So when I was, hold that thought. Let me read this. You're about to validate your entity. Before you get started, make sure you can officially document your entities. Okay. Yes, I can do those things. Let's get started. My child's school pulled up. Dang. They know a lot of stuff going on. Okay. So I am curious where these results come from. This is interesting. It's an independent source of data. That's interesting. All right. So it's listed as wholesale. It says wholesale trade. So look, I call myself jumping on live so that I can talk. Hey, I'm actually filling out an application for this federal entity, and so I'm completely distracted because it was asking me some questions that I had not seen before. But I want to talk to you about doing things that you're scared to do. Do it scared, okay? Do it scared. When I got that real estate license, baby, I was shook. I was terrified because I had spent years, I can see my camera moving, I'm sorry, I get so excited. But I had spent years, okay? Let's story time. I remember ninth grade, I'm living in Fayetteville, I'm in my high school, E. Smith, the best high school in the land. And I remember telling my counselor that I wanted to be a teacher. And I found out about the North Carolina Teaching Fellow Scholarship. And I was like, oh yeah, baby, I'm going to be a teacher. So you talking about, I was 13 when I started ninth grade. I turned 14 the very next month. But you talking about from the age 13 all the way up until 18, where I'm in high school and I'm focusing on education. I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that I'm ready to get this North Carolina Teaching Fellow Scholarship. The scholarship itself had like 3 rounds of interviews. I ended up earning a scholarship. So I got a scholarship to go to college to be a teacher. You had to teach in North Carolina for 4 years to make sure that the money that they gave you, the scholarship, which was really a loan if you didn't teach in North Carolina for 4 years, okay? So I did all of that. In high school, wanted to be a teacher, focused on getting a scholarship. Undergrad for 4 years, ended up getting a middle grades education Bachelor of Arts degree, concentration in science and social studies. Then, so that's 8 years already, okay? Then I taught school for 7 years. And then I spent 5 years in central office. So let's add that up. You're talking about 8 years total, 4 years high school, plus the 4 years of undergrad. That's 8. Then 7 years of teaching. We already at 15 years. Okay. And then I spent 2 years getting my master's of education in instructional technology. So for me, I feel like this is like a total of 20 years focused on education. In 2020, I found out that they were letting me go. And they let more than just me go. But I took it very personally, baby. I was sick. Okay. And so I share that story just to share with you that sometimes you're going to do things scared. Okay. So I ended up getting my real estate license. I found out that I was going to be losing my job in March 2020, and I would be losing it in June 30th. On June 1st, baby, I had already had my real estate license, and then 3 months later, I got my real estate license in a whole nother state because I just didn't want anybody to ever have to mess with my bag. And so I've read books before where they talk about a lot of times our greatest accomplishments come through when we are scared. Sometimes our greatest accomplishments come through disappointment or when we have to fight back. And I have found it to be extremely true because I would have never imagined losing my position. After all those dedicated years to North Carolina public schools, baby, I was dedicated, okay? I would spend 12-hour days at those schools. I was coaching. I was a cheerleading coach. I was a National Academic League coach, robotics coach. I was auxiliary coach for the marching band. Like, I was dedicated to my students, okay? Every school I worked at, I was extremely dedicated. So for me to put that much time in and find out that I was losing my position, baby, I was sick and I had to do some things scared. But in doing those things scared, I now have not only my degrees in education, but I also have my real estate license, and I am able to show up differently. I'm able to be at home right now. I'm able to work on this that my husband needs me to work on for our business. I'm able to tomorrow, I'm decorating my son's classroom door, putting pictures for getting ready for Valentine's Day. I'm going to the doctor without having to tell somebody I'm going to the doctor. And I know that everybody doesn't desire that flexibility because there's nothing wrong with working a job because, baby, that consistent paycheck is nice. Okay, I'm not discrediting that good old paycheck that is consistent is amazing because it is. It provides you when you have children and you have a lot of things coming up. I do appreciate a 9-to-5. But what I'm saying is if I had allowed Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools letting me go from my position, if I had allowed that to deter me or have me feeling like I'm not capable or, just really, I was sad. I really could say that I was almost depressed, but I fought back. And so I just want to encourage you to fight back. Whatever it is that you're going through, as I said, I spent years, I'm embarrassed about my skin, but we'll talk about that later on a whole nother video. But I spent years dedicated to a position or to the state, to education, offering to let me go, baby. I was sick about it, okay? But I allowed that pain to push me, and it was not until that very next year. So when they let me go, that very next year, I made my first 6 figures. I had not made 6 figures working in education. The very next year, I did. And so I don't share that to brag. I share that to let you know that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Be motivated to try something new, even if it's a small step. One small increments every day build up to bigger things. Transformation does not happen overnight. Take those small steps. If there's something that you know that you want to do, do it. Do it. Do not be afraid to try those things that you feel nudged to do, because it's probably a God thing. God is calling you to do what he called you to do, where you are most unique, where you feel the most passion, where you feel the most excited. Those are the things that you should be doing. And when you feel that excitement, Don't shy away from it. Don't feel like, oh, well, I'm too old, or I'm too young, or I'm too fat, or I'm too skinny. It's too late. It's never too late. You woke up this morning. What 2 Chainz say? You woke up this morning, my nigga, you winning, okay? You winning. You winning. You woke up this morning. We woke up this morning. So there is more for us to do. Right now, I'm filling out an application that I had never seen before. And I'm reading it. I'm figuring it out. Because like right now, it's telling me that this entity does not have a registration. What do you mean I don't have a registration? That's what the heck I thought that I was just working on. What does it say? Register with. Okay, so I need to register.